EA Sports and the FedEx Cup. Today it's live second round coverage of the Charity Invitational. Green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. Good looking putt right here. I like it. Oh, what a putt from long distance, bottom of the barrel. Frank, as we step to the tee here at the par 4 second hole, just 391 yards, but a classic case on links golf where the bunkering here is just so much different than a classic American layout.
And it's also where a change of strategy will certainly help. Remember, the ball's going to run much further here in Scotland than what it will in America. So you can use a shorter club and let that ball to run out to the normal distance you would hit it, perhaps with 2 or 3 clubs more.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there. And, yep, good thing, too. He's actually putting well. What a great shot.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
What an outstanding shot that was.
Got the right result, too. It's just a tapping.
Score that, a birdie. Rich Lerner back with you at Royal Troon. Frank, first par 5 of the round. What's ahead?
Our best opportunity for a birdie here is to take it over the bunker on the right. If you do that, you're going to get a little added roll. You go in here even with perhaps a mid-iron or a long iron.
That's a good start to the hole, right? What a shot. Setting up for an eagle here. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
You'd like that one again.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Good chance here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Rich, I once asked Tom Weiskopf, I was really young, I said, who's the greatest putter you've ever seen? And I thought the answer was going to be Ben Crenshaw, Billy Casper, even my fellow countryman Bob Charles. And he sort of shook it off and he said, that's the easiest questions anyone's ever asked me. It's Jack Nicklaus. I'm like, Jack Nicklaus was this great player, hit the ball far and high and all that. I said, well, why would you say he's a great putter? He said, well, when you hit a shot to 30 feet on just about every hole, and you never look at a makeable putt. But the first one you get, the first 10, 40, you just bury it straight in the middle of the hole. He said, that's a great putter. He said, when you watch Nicklaus's career over the years, time and time again, he wouldn't have a makeable putt. Take 2 putts, take 2 putts. But when he had one, the first one he looked at, he knocked it in. And he said, that is what a great putter is.
He made them when it mattered. 18 times to win major championships. It mattered for Jack. All right, Frank, how about the 6th hole, long par 5?
Yeah, 3 bunkers off the tee. Avoid those. But if you hit a good one, certainly reachable. Oh, my goodness. He pumped it, he thumped it, he jumped it.
What a drive.
Second shot.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the lead. And he's made it for eagle. Ball's teed up, ready to fly here at the 7th.
Yeah, it's a slight elevated tee, so you see all the problems in front of you. A couple of bunkers down the left, 2 down the right, but it's links golf, so you know where you've got to go. That's in between them. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Good putt. Frank, the par 3 8th hole, it is one of the most famous little holes in all of golf.
123 yards postage stamp. Pick the wrong club, though, maybe a little too much, and it'll be a green that you'll more than airmail.
Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Setting himself up for a good weekend, the wily golf instructor makes his birdie. Ready to go here at the 9th at Royal Troon Golf Club. 423 yards. What are you looking to do with this one, Frank?
Well, it's another one that's a dogleg left. It's called the Monk, actually, because it faces the village of Monktown. One bunker on the left, 285 yards to carry that, but it's not that you're trying to carry it, it's you're trying to cut the ball off that.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it.
Playing this game for a living.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching 2 tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back 9. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Well, this could be good. Safely aboard. Will he try again here today? Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, please tell me that I'm not supposed to aim at the gorse on the left side here at 11.
Oh, yes, you do, Rich. But you better keep that ball in the air, and it better stay in the air for a long time. That's the line to the fairway. This is a long par 4.
Frank just continuing to make the game look easy.
This just shortens the whole golf course up when you can hit it that far.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That finds the bottom of the cup. We'll call that a birdie. Back here on the bonny shores of Scotland at Royal Troon Golf Club with just a wee breeze, as they say over here, Frank. On the tee at the 12th.
Yeah, hole that bends to the right, gorse right and left. There's a bit of a mound and rough down the right side. That has to be avoided. Well, a hard hole after that tee shot has now become an easy hole.
It's the great equalizer. When you can drive the golf ball, Frank, just like that, well, it opens up so many avenues, and he'll have plenty to choose from here. Looks good. Chance to make a birdie. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline. Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
Frank, break down the par 4 13 for us.
Another par 4 that bends to the right. Lots of undulation on this fairway. This is the first of 6 straight holes that head in the direction of the clubhouse.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. This is a good-looking shot. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Has it. Heading for home now, Frank, the par 3 14, just under 180 yards. What's the key here?
Well, it's rather narrow at the front there. There's 3 bunkers, but it's the second 2 that you really worry about that narrow the front of the screen up. Plus, the front is slightly raised, so ideally you want it to fly more towards the middle where it starts to widen up.
Well, can't hide the flagstick from that man. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Frank, now at the 15th, and how hard is this par 4?
The key really is to get the ball on the fairway here. Avoid those 3 bunkers, because this is one of the flattest greens on the golf course. Get the ball on the green here. Any putt's makeable.
Oh, he loves that one. You can see it. This one is high, it is deep, and it is gone. Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. We'll go ahead and do that for birdie. Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back 9 at Royal Troon.
You'd think at 542 yards it would be reachable, but the burn that cuts across really limits the tee shot to about 280 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot in a good distance for your third.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He hit a driver for a second shot into a head breeze from about 270 yards. Managed to get it on the green.
Back then, didn't you?
Yeah, he was the only one that even tried that shot.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
'17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Shouldn't be a problem here. He's made it. Great finishing hole here, Frank, at Royal Troon, the 18th.
Really, it's all about the tee shot. If you find one of those pot bunkers, then the best you can do is lay up, and then you're looking instantly at least a 5. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. That is another laser right at the flagstick. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Charity Invitational.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Good tee shot right in the short grass. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies.
A great start.
Frank, as we step to the tee here at the par 4 second hole, just 391 yards, but a classic case on links golf where the bunkering here is just so much different than a classic American layout.
And it's also where a change of strategy will certainly help. Remember, the ball's going to run much further here in Scotland than what it will in America. So you can use a shorter club and let that ball to run out to the normal distance you would hit it, perhaps with 2 or 3 clubs more.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
And he has it for birdie. Frank, looking at the third, what are the sort of key decisions that you have to make?
There's 2 bunkers down the left. They're not really the issue. They're the burn. That's about 285 yards. This is not a hole, really. You just take the driver out and swing away. Just something that stays up short of that. It's just going to leave you a short iron in.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, the beauty of golf, we're not playing inside a dome with no wind. You have to be able to handle the elements.
You do, and that's really where the better player comes through. On a day like today, anything around par is going to be a good score, so just adjust your own mental par.
So close. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? It's a dogleg right, par 5, the 4th hole. Can you cut the corner here, Frank?
Well, you don't have to. There is a bunker down the right side that's going to take at least 280 yards to get past that. You can also cut it around there and sort of follow the shape of the hole.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Good swing, good shot yet again. Beautiful. beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Now, the first par 3 here at Royal Troon. It's the 5th hole. A little bit more than 200 yards. What's the challenge here, Frank?
A lot depends on the breeze. Plus, you remember, you've got to allow for the roll and the bounce here. So anything pitching on the front of the green, let that ball release or kick towards the middle and back of the screen.
Birdie try up next. He really likes it. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Well, Frank, typically when you step up to a par 5, you're thinking birdie, maybe even eagle. But this is 601 yards, a behemoth. It's long, and you can get punished for a mistake here, can't you?
It used to be the longest par 5 on the Open Championship Rota. But remember, there's humps and hollows that can always be used in your advantage. To your advantage. If you aim it down the right side, the ball normally kicks back towards the middle of the fairway. So that's the side to be aiming on.
Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
What is he ever all like?
And he's made it for eagle. Frank, we're moving inland now, and what are we facing here at this par 4 7th hole?
Just a dog leg to the right, ideally just a little cut off the tee. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot. Really solid stroke.
Frank, the 8th hole, it is one of the most famous in the world, the little postage stamp, par 3.
Yeah, the front part of the screen's the widest, Rich. Then it starts to narrow up. So you never know. Maybe going a little lower if you're going to go towards the back of the green. But really, if you're going to air, you want to air on that first third, first half of the screen.
Well, you don't want to come in too hot and roll it off the back. He's made it. Ready to go here at the 9th at Royal Troon Golf Club. 423 yards. What are you looking to do with this one, Frank?
Well, it's another one that's a dogleg left. It's called the Monk, actually, because it faces the village of Monktown. One bunker on the left, 285 yards to carry that. But it's not that you're trying to carry it. It's you're trying to cut the ball off that.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Superb shot.
That's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That's incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. You always like that. Count it as a birdie. Hole number 11 is called Railway. Frank, it looks as though it should be called Gorse because that's about all I see on this first shot.
Without doubt, the toughest tee shot you're going to face at Royal Troon. This is hit the fairway or start racking up a big score.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's formality now.
Good putt. Back here on the bonny shores of Scotland at Royal Troon Golf Club with just a wee breeze, as they say over here, Frank. On the tee at the 12th.
Yeah, hole that bends to the right, Gorse right and left. There's a bit of a mound and rough down the right side. That has to be avoided.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Just a little gust of wind from behind here. Only 100 yards to the flagstick. Throwing darts just inside of 5 feet. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
He's made it. Frank, how do you size up the 12th hole here at Royal Troon?
Well, first look at 430 yards, you'd think it'd be a rather easy par 4. But that's not really the issue. The issue is Gorse right and left.
That's a good drive right there. Got all of it.
Did you hear the sound?
Second shot. Good look at the green. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. On the tee here at 14, it's another par 3, Frank.
You don't get caught looking at the front of the green. That's where it's at its most narrow. Ideally, something that pitches just into the top of that mound.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Frank, now at the 15th, and how hard is this par 4?
The key really is to get the ball on the fairway here. Avoid those 3 bunkers, because this is one of the flattest greens on the golf course. Get the ball on the green here. Any putt's makeable.
Frank just continuing to make the game look easy.
This just shortens the whole golf course up when you can hit it that far.
That is classy.
A chance of going in.
This would be nice. Birdie on the par. See if he can make it. Beautifully done. Nice birdie. The 16th, and while you might be thinking birdie here, you may want to think again. What are the options off the tee, Frank?
Well, really, there's only one option, and that's keep it short of that burn, which is 280 yards. So that makes that 540 yards play that much longer. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. He's in it very close. He will have that, Frank, for an eagle.
Amazing how quickly the round changes. He'll quickly pick up 2 shots on the field.
Doing what needs to be done. You need to make them from that distance. Frank, now to the hole they called Rabbit, 222-yard par 3.
I don't know why it's called Rabbit, because this is certainly some tough par 3. Green sits up a little bit. There's a big roll-off on the left side, well bunkered. This takes a brilliant long iron shot just to keep it on the green. And it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back? Second shot.
Yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
Frank, how does this 18th hole here at Royal Troon stack up against some of the other finishing holes in major championship golf?
Rich, it's a stout par 4, 464 yards, so it's sort of in the ilk of a Muirfield or Royal St. George's finishing hole. They've had some great 18th holes in Open Championships. This is actually called Craig End. It's the name of the old farm that was demolished at the turn of the century. So the 18th hole, it's certainly grown up, and it's flourished to more than a farm.
Frank, this is a hole, number 18, where you don't want to be in a hurry to get to the clubhouse.
Yeah, there's out of bounds just off the back of this green, so you might want to keep that in the back of your mind. Don't go long.
OB is just steps from the clubhouse. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Charity Invitational. That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. Good effort, just didn't drop. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Great start.
Frank, as we step to the tee here at the par 4 second hole, just 391 yards, but a classic case on links golf where the bunkering here is just so much different than a classic American layout.
And it's also where a change of strategy will certainly help. Remember, the ball's going to run much further here in Scotland than what it will in America. So you can use a shorter club and let that ball to run out to the normal distance you would hit it, perhaps with 2 or 3 clubs more.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Birdie try again here today. You love them, the birdies, and that's another one. Back to the tee box here on hole number 3, and there are a few club selection decisions that come into play on this first shot, Frank.
There is. The reason why, there's a burn that cuts through from the 16th hole all the way across the golf course through the middle of the third. And that stops, or should I say starts, at about 285 yards. That really has to be at the forefront of your mind.
What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Settles in over the putt. Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. Here's the first par 5 on the golf course. It's the 4th hole. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Certainly one of the best opportunities on the front side. There's 3 bunkers, but really the one that you focus on is the one on the right. If you can carry that, that's certainly the one to take on, because that ball will kick a lot further down the fairway. And sometimes you can be left with just a mid-iron into this green.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That's how you keep a round going, make them from that distance. On to the 5th hole now, Frank, and this is really where the old course starts to test the golfers. It's just over 200 yards. You happy with a par 3 here?
You are. This is one of the toughest shots, certainly on the outward 9. There's 4 bunkers of this par 3. You don't really worry about the one that's short left, but the one just on the front right of the green is the biggest concern. You've either got to go around it or carry it.
Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Now to the 601-yard behemoth par 5, 6th hole. You can pay the steep price here, Frank, for a mistake.
You can. You can't reach this green with your tee shot, so there's no reason to even try. A good drive, if it bounds down the right side and will eventually go left, would perhaps give you a chance to reach this par 5 and 2. But this is one tee shot to concentrate on.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Just a sensational shot, and he will have that for an eagle.
Amazing. Just like that, pick up 2 on the field.
Just dominated this hole, and ends up with an eagle. Frank, we're moving inland now to the 7th hole. It's a 405-yard par 4. What's ahead?
Little dogleg to the right, a couple of bunkers right on the corner of it. So once again, check the breeze and somehow find that fairway.
Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done. Be very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can 2-putt from there is a good result.
Wow, what a birdie.
Yeah, 5 bunkers surround this green that's perched up. The 2 really to avoid, they're on the right side. They're incredibly deep pot bunkers. this looks like it's going to find the target.
Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close, great opportunity for another one. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Ready to go here at the 9th at Royal Troon Golf Club. 423 yards. What are you looking to do with this one, Frank?
Well, it's another one that's a dogleg left. It's called the Monk, actually, because it faces the village of Monktown. One bunker on the left, 285 yards to carry that, but it's not that you're trying to carry it, it's you're trying to cut the ball off that.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Second shot. Good look at the green. That's how you play the game. Right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank, a par here, that's just fine. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight.
Rich, I remember back in 1997 playing alongside Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. You know what he shot that day?
It was low. It was a great round, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the lowest round he's ever shot in the Open Championship. 64 to be precise. Justin Leonard went on to win the Open Championship that year.
Never a doubt, looking to make a statement today. Frank, please tell me that I'm not supposed to aim at the gorse on the left side here at 11.
Oh, yes, you do, Rich. But you better keep that ball in the air, and it better stay in the air for a long time. That's the line to the fairway. This is a long par 4.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball's sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Did the job right there. And now the tee shot here at the 472-yard par 4 13th.
A hole that bends to the right. Ideally hit it down the left side. And then you're playing to a raised two-tiered green.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Frank, what kind of par 3 is the 14th here?
Well, you can get sucked in here. Just 180 yards, which isn't considered that long. But if you look too much at the front of the green, you're going to see that's where the protection is.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
It's that sneaky distance.
Wow, I thought he made that.
Oh, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now par.
Good putt. At the 15th, this par 4 is over 480 yards.
Yeah, key here really is the 3 bunkers. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. 260 yards gets you past that. If you find the fairway here, then you don't have to worry about the 3 bunkers that are short of this green.
Excellent drive, Frank. Right where you want to be. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Appears to be tracking well. That is classy.
Yeah, chance of going in.
Getting set now over the putt. And no problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going. Keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back 9 at Royal Troon.
You'd think at 542 yards it would be reachable, but the burn that cuts across really limits the tee shot to about 280 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot in a good distance for your third.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He hit a driver for his second shot into a head breeze from about 270 yards. Managed to get it on the green, then knocked it in from about 45 feet for eagle.
You knew he was something special back then, didn't you?
Yeah, he was the only one that even tried that shot.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, now to the hole they call Rabbit, 222-yard par 3.
I don't know why it's called Rabbit, because this is certainly some tough par 3. Green sits up a little bit. There's a big roll-off on the left side, well bunkered. This takes a brilliant long iron shot just to keep it on the green.
That's well played. And now a good look at birdie.
This is an awkward length.
Oh, he's going to love it. Great putt. Finally, the 18th at Royal Troon. History, skill, nerve, bunkers, of course, and the clubhouse Frank, they all come into play on this final hole.
Yeah, 3 bunkers down the left. It's not a case of hitting past those, it's avoiding them. And then if you avoid it too far to the right, there's one nicely placed about 300 yards off the tee that'll catch you there. So there's somehow you've got to craft a tee shot to miss all 4 of those bunkers.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
To win the charity invitation. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.